for February 18th, 19th. How did Edwin Diaz look to you today?
Good. Looked good. 96, I think he touched. Yeah, he's just around the plate. I like the breaking ball, the slider. So, yeah, good. Couple of picks to first. That's going to be a big emphasis here, especially with him. Not a secret. Controlling the running game, a little bit quicker to the plate. So those are some of the things that he's working on. So it was good to see that today.
Watching Francisco Alvarez, taking BP, it seems like he's not exerting as much pressure, but the exit velocity off his bat is considerably faster. What have you noticed the changes that he's made to allow him to do that? Yeah,
like I said earlier, I think there's rhythm now. There's a better base. They gather, they load. He's getting himself in a better position. Again, it's batting practice, so he's going to have to play around with the mechanics because there's some major adjustments there. Middle of the field, and that's what we want. That approach, middle of the field, use the whole field. He's getting at bats. We know the impact's real. We'll see how he progresses here once we start playing games.
I'll ask you what Tim asked at the end yesterday. Do you have your pitching yet for
Clay Holmes? It's
Clay
game
Holmes,
one. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna give. Trying to see how we're gonna cover 18 innings on Sunday. That we got that split squad. So you're gonna see a lot of minor leagues. So we're trying to get through the first three. But Clay's going the first day here.
How many innings do you think?
3 ups. 3 ups. 40, 45-ish. That's the plan.
Do you think we're at the point, guys, are anxious for the games to start now?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start playing. And, yeah, you can see it gets to a point that, I don't know, we've been here for I don't know how many days. It feels we've been here a lot longer. Take it one day at a time, obviously, but ready for game action now. So
And Sunday, you said the split squad. You have the pitchers.
So we're trying to figure out how we're going to get 18. So
Yeah.
we're going to see a lot of minor leaguers there. So
Do we see like Sproat or something like that?
no.
Nimmo had that difficult second half last year. What can him getting back to kind of his usual self mean to your lineup?
A lot, because we know how the impact that he has on our lineup. On base, the guy that hits for average, but can drive the baseball too out of the ballpark. So it wasn't easy for him that second half. It was struggle. The league made adjustment to him, and it seems like he was always looking for, how he was going to catch up to the league. So really good player, really good hitter. We know the on base. And last year, I thought he did a good job of, hitting the middle of our lineup, the lefty presence, in between some of our righties. But this is a good player. So some adjustment. I know he worked really hard with Jeremy here during the offseason. So got to keep him healthy. That's where it starts because he dealt with, the second half, especially towards the end, as we all know. So, yeah, he's in a good place right now.
We've talked about Francisco and Pete and maybe giving them some days off. Might you sprinkle a couple more in there?
Which Francisco? Because both want to play every day, even the catcher.
Lindor. Nimmo's played 150 plus 3 straight years. Might you try to sprinkle in days off or DH days for him just to keep him fresh?
To Nimmo? Yeah, those are some, definitely in play. Yeah. See where we are on the schedule, how many games in a row, date, 9, how is he feeling. But yeah, there's a chance, there's a possibility with some of the options that we got here that he could see some DH. But I gotta have those conversations with him, and it'll be an ongoing one.
MLB is adding, MLB is adding the ABS to spring training games. What are your thoughts on that, and what impact do you think that could have on some of these games here this spring?
Yeah, as far as like the impact in spring training, that's what we're doing it here. I'm curious to see it. We had a presentation the other day. Mike Hill and MLB came down and gave us a presentation. We got 2 challenges. We've been talking to the AAA guys. Some of the things that we need to be aware, and I'm encouraging the guys, our established players that they don't have any experience, to just ask questions to the guys that they were in AAA last year and things like that. So, I'm really looking forward to it. See what it looks like. Yeah.
Will you look at Nimmo at all? You think in the cleanup spot this spring?
This spring, yeah.
I mean, what spots do you want to look at? 4 or 5?
Yeah. He'll be in the middle of our lineup, depending on where our righties are at. We're facing a lefty. We're facing a righty. What's the bullpen looking like, or the idea? What kind of idea we have of what could potentially be available out of the other team's bullpen? Mixing and matching, but the versatility. This guy can hit at the top, hit him in the middle, because there's a lot to like there from him.
How do you see center field shaking out between Jose Siri and Tyrone Taylor and potentially even Starling Marte?
Yeah, you're going to see both of them, Siri and Tyrone, obviously, kind of like the way we did it last year. The good thing, they're both good defenders. Tyrone can play all 3. With Marte, I know he offered it, which we appreciate it, but it comes down to health. If he's healthy and he wants to go out there and take some balls off the bat in batting practice, But Nimmo, if he's healthy, he's in play too, especially if we're facing a tough right on right, and I want to get another lefty in the lineup. So there's a lot of different ways we could go here, but Siri and Taylor will get the majority of the reps there.
What do you like about Siri so far?
We know he's an elite defender. He's a base runner. He's got power. I'm just watching him, right now, the first few days, and how he's going about his business, and how much is he communicating with our guys. Is he asking the right questions? So I'm just kind of getting to know him here a little bit.
Just kind of sticking with Siri, he obviously struggled with his average in the big leagues and also in Lidong this past winter. What do you guys want to see him do or improve upon at the plate?
Yeah, there's swing and miss there, and this is something that he brought it up to us. So he wants to make more contact. He wants to put the ball in play. Like I said, there's power there. There's improvement. There's room for improvement there, controlling the strike zone, making some better decisions, swing decisions. So, but I think it comes down to putting the ball in play. So if he can do that, I think we'll see better results.